This is Welsh ASMR 82, and I have a new toy. I'm just going to talk to myself for a little bit. I am the cable that's coming tomorrow to put this straight into my iPhone. So that's going to be here tomorrow. So I wanted to have a little play with it. And I thought, I wonder whether I could do some streaming on the laptop, because this has got a USB. And I'm having to sort of whisper at the moment because I don't have a pop filter. Pop, 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 pop. Hello, I've got someone watching. How exciting. Hello, the British Aviator. Thank you very much. It's very nice that you enjoy the channel. Sorry, I wasn't expected to see anyone this evening. I haven't even shaved. Hey, hello, Vizcaria. How are you? Yeah, it is sweet, isn't it? I didn't go for pink though. I went for like silvery whitey, where it does this and it does that, which is the thing I've wanted forever and ever and ever. So I'm very, very excited. I don't know where to talk. I'm looking at the comments and I'm looking at myself and I'm looking at you. So hello. You can see how excited I am. So I'm going to try out. This is me playing around. Good. I'm glad that, I don't want you to. Have you had your dinner yet, Iscaria? I want to see how. So that's it. Oh, still, I can hear myself because I got plugged in. So even there, it's not too bad. But obviously, I tend to watch it. Oh, 3 p.m. Oh, it's actually 9 here. So I've had my sushi for the evening, and I had it with. So do you guys? You probably have wasabi, right? The chain. So I had for my tea. They do this chirashi salad, and it looks like a Korean bibimbap. It's got lettuce and then rice on top. So no, and then it's got loads of it. It's got tofu and salmon and cucumbers and all laid out. And then they sell the Korean gochujang in sachets. So I just tip that over it, mix it all up, and it's basically like a Korean dish, which is much harder to get than a Japanese dish. Oh yeah, well, the dogs get confused though, don't they? So if you do anything out of sync, then their clocks are all messed up. Oh, thank you very much, the British Aviator. Are you? Is the British Aviator British though? That is the question. Oh, gochujang beef jerky. I'm gonna have a. I'm full, but I could still have some of that. I think that would be lovely. So oh, you can see the mess in the corner. That's better. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you're from Manchester. I've been to Manchester. I went to the big shopping centre in the centre. It was very nice actually. Well, coming from Swansea, we didn't have anything that big and impressive. So, hello. But I could just eat anything whenever because I'm just so greedy. So this microphone works a lot better than I thought it was going to work. It's really nice to talk over here. But for you, is it coming out on the right hand side? I thought you said you were going to take the cats outside for a walk. I was like, what? Trafford Centre, yeah, that's the one. I suppose it's near Old Trafford. I don't know. I didn't see the stadium. But I can just hear myself breathing a lot. That's what I'm coming up with at the moment. I need to sort of take a breath and then go in. Oh, it is just across the road. Is that so? Is that in the centre of Manchester, the Trafford Centre then, or is it nowhere near? Because what's that thing that they something about part of Manchester isn't in Manchester, it's in Greater Manchester, which is in Lancashire or something. Am I just making this up? I don't really know. Correct me. I need to get like a stand. Well, but I'm holding it at the moment like a big, heavy ice cream. So, hello, Decaf Math. How are you? Don't test me on any sums, please. I'm too tired. Since Southwest Manchester. Oh wow, you. Sorry, I just assumed that you like planes, but you do actually fly. Yeah, the channel's amazing, isn't it? It makes me less scared of maths and a bit more appreciative. I don't find it boring though. I find it really, boring enough to sleep. I find her channel really interesting, and I want to stay awake. I'm very British, so I'm going to have some tea. Hope that's okay. I'm not going to do drinking noises though. That's not my thing. Wow, that's amazing. So, how many hours do you need to do in practice before you can actually fly? You're welcome. I really want to do bungee jumping. No, not bungee jumping. Parachuting. 45 hours. Yeah, so that's even if. Oh, wow, that's loads. I mean, it's obviously a good thing because flying is quite dangerous, really. But so if you do, what would you just do loads on a Saturday, or would you have to do? Oh my god, so expensive. Yay, James. Hello. Yes. Microphone newydd, as we say in Cymru. Yeah, I got a new microphone in the post, and I was just saying at the start of the stream that I basically couldn't wait until tomorrow to do a proper video. So I just wanted to come and have a play. But because the cable hasn't arrived yet, that goes into the iPhone, I thought, oh, how can I record today then? And how can I didn't even mean to stream, I just kind of wanted to listen to it. Yeah, it's really cool, isn't it? I mean, the flying, not the microphone. It's just a microphone, really. That was my new baby. Ah, ti'n dysgu Cymraeg. Andy, o ble ti'n dod? I spoke in Welsh today on the phone. Someone rang up and I answered it for a colleague, and they said, "Oh, you sound as if you're from my neck of the woods." And then I said, "Oh, where are you from?" She said, "Just outside Swansea." And I said, "Yes, I'm from Swansea as well. Good guess." And she said at the end of the phone call, after I got all the what she wanted to speak to my colleague about, she said, "By the way," this only happens to Welsh people, I swear. She said, "By the way, if you want to join our choir, we could always do with more male voices. So come along and join, as long as you can pronounce the Welsh in the hymns that we sing." And I said, "Oh, dwi'n gallu siarad Gymraeg felly. Does dim problem gyda fi I ddweud y pethau. And I can't." And she said, "Oh, I understand you, but I can't speak it back." So I had a little chat in Welsh on the phone today, and then got invited to sing in a choir. This is what happens to Welsh people if you're not familiar. People just assume, I mean, I have a horrific singing voice, so they would be best set if I didn't turn up, really. But yeah, that's kind of how it goes. So I'm not planning on being online for long. I just wanted to have a little play with the new toy. Hello, 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 hello. Which book? Was that question for me? Which book did I read last week? Oh, I mean, these ones. What one did I? I'm on Swedish again at the moment. It's my fallback. Jag gillar mycket svenska. Så jag läser svenska varje dag för att förbättra min svenska. Swedish sounds really nice on this mic actually. Förlåt. Jag kan inte prata så gott på svenska så. Hey. Study French. My French speaking exam today. Swedish. Oh yes. Swedish is fantastic. And je parle français aussi. Donc, étudier le français, c'est très bien, à mon avis. I used to be a French teacher, actually, a French and Spanish and Chinese and Welsh teacher. So yeah, I'm really, really good. Bon chance. Actually, you shouldn't say bon chance in French. You should say merde. But yeah, hope you did well in your speaking exam today. Should have told me before. We could have practiced. How do you learn languages, Andy? Hard work. I mean, I don't doubt, because some people have said to me, "Oh, it must just be, you know." Some people say, "Oh, it's a gift, you know, you can just speak languages," but actually, I do them every day, and I do them for a couple of hours a day. So, if that's a gift, then I don't get me wrong, I get them, and I get the pronunciation and the grammar and everything. But I kind of just it's down to hard work, really. And some people kind of forget that. They go, "Oh, you just speak all these languages," as if I just, you know, woke up speaking them. They don't think that I was on the train 8:30 this morning reading Swedish books and listening to what was I listening to today? Italian? I can't remember. Oh, that was yesterday. Korean today. Just for a laugh. Oh, loads of comments in other languages. Ah, les français, personnellement. Je pense que je suis assez bon en français. Oui, d'accord. Je peux voir que votre français est très bien, à mon avis. La grammaire est très bonne, donc vous avez pas de problème, je crois. Pas veranderde my Blue Yeti, my Nedergendebek. Yeah, Blue Yeti, yeah, it is. Exactly that. My students always used to be so disappointed when they asked me how much I practice. Oh yeah, I know, it's boring, isn't it? I mean, it's oh, say something in Welsh course. Yes, I think. Now I went to Swansea University a million years ago, and is it Haney Griffith is the author of that book? Because if so, he was in the university at the time, and he was my best friend's lecturer, and he does quite a lot of the books. So it's quite possibly. I think I have the same one down there somewhere. I think it's behind something though. The Welsh one's onto the front because I kind of don't go over my Welsh as much. Sa'n gallu gweld e, sorry. Mae flying ni. Oh, ti'n gwybod. Yeah, so practice, it is super boring, isn't it? It's just, you know, how do you learn all these languages? I don't put the books on a shelf. I just have to read them. But I really, really love reading them, so maybe that's my gift, that I actually don't get bored, and I see that as relaxing and entertaining, and it's part of the, you know, if you actually really, really enjoy something, it's not a chore, then it's just wonderful. Karen, Karen, which language was the most difficult for you? Korean. Yeah, it's Korean, because I studied it really, really solidly for maybe 3, 4, 5 years, and I visited 3 times to Seoul as well, and I'm still really basic. I mean, I can quite happily have a little chat and order stuff, but I can't read books. It's so much harder than other languages. I wanted to say because in Korean, so I know about 3 or 4 ways, but there are genuinely like 8, and you use some in some instances and some in some others, and after this one you can't say a command after, but this one you can say a command, and this one you can't use the past tense, and that one you can, and oh gosh. It's an unbelievably beautiful language, but it's so difficult. I didn't find Mandarin anywhere near as difficult as Korean. Welsh and Swedish are really relaxing for ASMR. Yeah, I totally agree. I think it's to do with the melody. Probably Norwegian would be the same, and maybe Icelandic as well. ASMRtica is just amazing. Love Swedish speaking. Maybe you could do some more videos on Swedish. I'd love to. Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to persuade him to do a collab with me at the minute. But he said he's not doing a couple of videos for a little while, but we're going to do some sort of stuff together, some Japanese stuff, but we'll see how it goes. I really hope that he's okay and he's resting. And I know he said he did so much work and traveling that he's just a bit burnt out and he just needs a rest. So yeah, we'll just let him have his rest, and then I'll bug him to do a video with me. Which language was the easiest? Oh, surprisingly not Welsh. It was, for me, it was maybe Spanish, maybe Portuguese, because well, I suppose in the sense that that when I got Spanish, I studied Welsh from when I was 3 years old in school, but we just used to do the colours and the animals like again and again and again. Couldn't form a sentence, couldn't ask for anything. And then we started French when I was 11, and I did that until I was 13, 14, and then you had to choose, and I chose to do just Welsh. I would have done both, but we didn't have enough choices. And I found it really difficult, and I didn't do brilliantly in my exams. I got a B, so, it's not amazing, but yeah. So then I just went on to do my A levels, which I guess would be high school in America, about 16 to 18. And I just picked up Spanish straight away, and within like 2 years, I got an A at A level, and I was just fluent. So something happened, and then all the other Latin languages became really easy. So I did Portuguese in school, in university, in my first year, and I was fluent by the end of the first year because we did it through Spanish. My teacher said, "This is where it is in Spanish. To change this, it's Portuguese." So I guess Portuguese might have been the easiest because all the work went in with the Spanish, and then it was just, oh, this is different, this is the same, this is different. So maybe it's that. Japanese challenging, yes. Although listening to Japanese, I find they speak a little bit, not all the time, but in the tapes, they speak a bit slower. But Korean sort of just really melds into one, and it's really difficult to pick out the individual bits. But Japanese is similar in terms of grammar. It is tricky. Mandarin is so simple if you can pronounce it. Yeah, I totally agree with Sky. It's the grammar is really easy. So many books. I know. Loads of them are secondhand and £1 each. That would be an amazing video. Oh yeah, I agree. I'm working on it. Trust me. Do you speak German also? Ich kann ein bisschen sprechen. Basically, when I'm maybe I can say that in German. Can I say that in German? Wenn ich in Deutschland bin, kann ich ein bisschen sprechen, aber ich finde das deutsche Sprache zu hart, nicht so enkel ist. I don't know if that makes any sense. I've never formally learned it. I just kind of I go there practically every year. I love the country, so he's been all the places, Australia, Japan. Yeah, I do. I love traveling, so I go over there. I'll never grow bored of this whole sort of. It's an internet course for self-teaching, and it works really well. Focuses mainly on speaking Welsh, not reading or writing. I've been learning Welsh for about 2 months now. Just 2 months. Wow, your Welsh is really good, James. English was the easiest language. I still can't speak English properly, so I'm not with you there. That was way much harder. Andy, do you use Duolingo too? Yes, I really like Duolingo. Lots of people have got problems with it. But because I'm reading these books, it goes perfectly well with them. But if you are not reading them, then it's got something missing, hasn't it? It doesn't really explain the grammar properly. You're learning things, and often you don't know why something's happening. So I remember when I started doing Swedish, it was doing plurals, but it didn't really explain the rules. It just expected you to work them out, which is apparently the way that you learn your mother tongue. So I guess there is, pedagogically speaking, an advantage to doing it that way, but I don't think it has enough time in each unit and enough examples for you to grasp it. I found talking with non-linguists who just wanted to learn a bit of Spanish that they couldn't see the patterns, and so I was like, oh, in Swedish if it ends in an A, you make the plural by OR on the end. Whereas some people are just like, oh, where does it say that? And just couldn't figure it out. So Duolingo is amazing for the fact that it's free, but you can't argue with that really. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So I do really like Duolingo. French. Oui, je parle français. J'ai des profs de français à l'école. Pour 10 ans, je crois. Donc, mais je préfère l'espagnol, donc je trouve le français un petit peu difficile. Plus difficile que l'espagnol, qui pour moi, que pour moi, l'espagnol est plus facile pour moi parce que j'ai vécu en Espagne une année, mais je n'ai pas vécu en France. J'ai visité seulement. Donc, what's the best kind of books for language learning? Oh, I love, these are my favorites. So these are, I think they're kind of out of publish. They're, hang on. Pencils. If you're going to learn a language, have a pencil. Don't just read. Right. Okay. Hugo. Something, whatever the language, in 3 months. It's nonsense. You won't learn it in 3 months, but it's amazing. And when it came out, it was only $5.95. So now you can get them. I think I completed my collection with a couple of languages I'm not that interested in, but I just wanted the books. Check. That cost me 1 pence on Amazon, secondhand. Cheap as chips. 1 pence. Some of these books cost me 10p. And then these ones down here, Teach Yourself. Absolutely love them. The new ones are amazing because you get to write on them, and that basically, I think, is the key. I like the colloquials, but they go from a really low level to a really high level in like 4 chapters. So these are really, really clear. These are slower paced, but really good. And these are super fast paced. I've missed some comments now, I'm just talking too long. I tried to learn Finnish, but it was difficult for me. Yeah, I bet I had a look at it and it looked such a difficult language. I'm German, but learned it when I was a little older. Oh, that's interesting, Andy. So I know how difficult it is, but some very German say it's a very simple, straightforward. Yeah, I mean, it's logical, isn't it? It's super, super logical. So you can work stuff out. Like handshoe, glove, hand, shoe. It's perfect. It's similar to Chinese in that sense. It does that. Ah, super bon ton français. Merci beaucoup. Je crois pas, mais merci. I'm thinking of learning Swedish in the holidays coming up. Any recommendations on how to learn it well? Yeah, Swedish is a Germanic language and it's really similar to English. So I found that with other languages, if you sort of watch films and expose yourself, listen to music, it kind of washes over you. But Swedish, you pick up loads. And it's also really important to get in the rhythm of the language. So I would say I watched a couple of things on Netflix in Swedish. Bonusfamiljen is a pretty decent program. with subtitles, and you just pick up loads, and the same vocab keeps on coming up because it's very simple. It's not a crime drama or anything. It's just about a family. So the kids are speaking in sort of basic Swedish. They're not talking about like evidence and bullets and stuff. It's just like saying things like "oh kul" or "vad kul." So yeah, it's really good for learning Swedish. But otherwise, I would highly, highly, highly recommend this book and the Teach Yourself one. So can you see these two here are amazing. This is my favorite book of any. I finished it. I never finish books. So complete Swedish. This one is like 30 quid or something. Complete Swedish by Teach Yourself. And then this one is a good one to go with it. Another Teach Yourself Swedish tutor. But it's harder, so you need to learn some Swedish before you can start, because it's sort of advanced beginner to upper intermediate. Ja, die deutsche Sprache ist ein bisschen schwierig. Schwierig, das ist. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Difficult. I think you need a bigger book. Well, you should say. In the other room. No, I'm joking. This is an IKEA one, so on the Swedish theme, so 4x4 by 4. So they go all the way down there. That's my Chinese collection. There. And it goes all the way back. And there's another. There's actually another one behind this. So there's all ones behind here as well. So that's Chinese. These books are amazing. Have you ever seen them? I think they're Princeton. I can't remember. They're American. Princeton language program. And they are just astounding. That's the first one. If you're going to learn Chinese, buy this book. I did it in one of my live streams before. So go check that out if you want to see what it looks like. Absolutely amazing. Can I go? Yeah, go on, James, go on eBay. It's amazing. There's a Welsh one of these books as well. Come back. Can't do mirror image here. And that's cheap as chips. Are those books doubled up? Yes, they are. Set of books behind outer books. Yes, they are. The floor is going to color. I need to have like a reinforced flooring, like in a gym. Swedish in 3 months. Yeah, absolutely. What other languages would I like to learn? Trip to IKEA. Yeah, absolutely. I'd like to learn. I want to really get my Arabic better. My Arabic is pants compared to my other languages. So much harder. I'd like to learn Finnish and Icelandic and Armenian, but I've got a couple of Armenian books. They're good, but I just don't have the time. Oh my god, there's more, yes. Watching Espedarek has actually helped me with my Welsh. I love Hinterland, and it was perfect. Yeah, totally agree. Watching TVs, I used to live in Spain, and someone was from Belgium, and they spoke absolutely perfect English. And I said, "Oh, why are you in Spain?" And they said, "I'm doing Spanish in my degree." I said, "Oh, not English." I said, "No, I just learned that watching Friends." Apparently. Thing is about languages, to be good at it, you have to be passionate about the language. Yeah, that's why, having been a language teacher, if you don't get languages, it is the worst lesson. I used to feel really sorry for them because I was really passionate, but I could see the ones who just didn't get it, and I just thought, oh, so cruel. You should find the book my teacher wrote. He made me learn old Chinese. Oh, ow. I need a full book tour. I'm nerding out over here. Yo, me too. Yeah, it's the books on books, really. So they are my complete. So the complete, no, not complete. They're all teach yourself. So obviously in alphabetical order, people, come on. Starting with Arabic over here, all the way through and then all the way to the end, and the last one is Welsh, is it? Yeah, Welsh. And then there's 3 at the end, world cultures, Wales, which I did in another video, world faiths, and the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Why not, eh? Did you try to invent language for yourself? Yes. Yes. When I was about, I don't even know, 16. He was a bit old to be that imaginative, I don't know. But we had a lesson. We had a trial lesson of linguistics in university, I think, and we had to write a language down, make an alphabet up for it, and I did all that. And the teachers came over and said, "Oh, you've done this before." I don't know if I should be boasting about this. Oh, you've done this before. I don't know what you mean. I might have already ordered the Welsh in 3 months, 4 minutes ago. Yes. I should be their like publicist. I might have James. I second that. Yeah, everyone should learn Welsh now. That's it. Oh yeah, having to force my students to learn English and they just didn't get it. Didn't make me love being. No, you feel so cruel. Good evening. Hello, Jerry. How are you? Good evening to you. Not so I thought. Actually, this is me testing out my new microphone and learning Swedish. Ordering it now. Yes. Amazon's gonna be like, why are all these books selling all of a second? No one's bought these in 15 years. And I'm 31 minutes into the feed, and I'm just having a nice chat with everyone and nerding out. But I do love this microphone. So, and actually, do you know what? The camera on this laptop is not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be black, and I thought it was going to be like, I can't even do it. Hello, how are you? But yeah, no, it's a lot better. It's fine. It's very good. I hope everyone's having a nice day. Congrats to Blue Yeti. I love them. Yes, Teresa, absolutely. I can see what the fuss is about. This is my first 32.5 minutes of using this. I plugged it in and I plugged the headphones in and started speaking. I just thought, oh, okay, this is, the other mic that I've got, bless it, it's done me well, but it's nothing compared to this, is it? You should get the sponsorship money for these books. I know, maybe I should start putting them on my. I don't really understand how that thing works. When people put Amazon lists in their item, what are they called? I never know what that thing's called on the YouTube. The info box thing. What is it called? Info box. And they say, oh, if you buy it through this, then they get some money back or something. I should do that. So how much of 1 pence can I get, do you think? I don't know, Jerry. Jerry, hello. I said hello to you a second ago, but I don't recognize you. It's very nice to meet you. The sound is excellent. Thank you. I really, really like it. I don't know. I can hear myself, and I'll briefly listen back to this later and see if it's the same quality. I can hear myself breathing quite a lot, but in general, I think that the sound quality is amazing. I feel so much more in control, and also when I move it around, it doesn't sort of go horrible clangy noise. Plus, I can do this and I can do that, which I'm still not grown tired of. Watch so much ASMR that I can tell what microphones people are using. This is a problem. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, most people have description box. Thank you. Info box thingy. I think it's going to be called the info box thingy from now. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's just the way it goes. I don't know the names for anything. That's why I say I can't speak English. So, for years, I didn't learn to drive until I was 25, 26. Tells you how obviously I'm only 27 now. So I used to call it the steering wheel. Used to call it like the turny thing, and the pulley thing was the handbrake, and the wiggle stick was because we have a stick in Britain. Yeah, so it was the wiggle stick. So I don't know the names for anything. Everything is a thingamajig. Cardioid setting, what's that? Which one is it on the back? Help me decaf. If I turn this, is the wheel going to end? Wiggle stick, yes. You need this. This needs to catch on, people. The wiggle stick. It made a noise. Oh, hello, hello. What does that do? I don't think that does anything. No, we try one more. Oh, it's quite difficult to do. Oh, hello, 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 hello. Heart-shaped. Ah, this is the heart-shaped one. Hello. Oh, I can't. You can't hear me. Oh, now you can. Hello, 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 hello. I'm still in love with the first one, I think. The last one. Hello, hello. It's not. No, it's not side set. This one. Oh, the voice is very different with this one. Hang on. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, okay. I still like the first one most, but that one's interesting. Sorry, it's gonna make a beep. Hello, hello, hello. There we are, back in the room. Okay, I'm gonna go in a second because it's nearly 10 p.m. Shocking. I need my cocoa. You can mute it before you. Oh, thanks. I could have muted it, couldn't I? But I spoiled everything. I've got 2 more A-level exams to go tomorrow and Friday. Nearly then hour. Poor bloke. James. Horrible, horrible exams. What are they in? I'm sure you'll be absolutely fine. But as I keep on saying, as an ex-teacher, I know how very, very difficult they are. Yeah, so I'll be going in a second. Thank you so much for joining me. I have no idea what the turn signal stick is called. Yeah, the things I also don't know in a car. So, rear view mirror, right? What are the things on the side? What are they called? I always say rear view mirror, not the rear view mirror, the ones on the side. What are they called? I can't even think. Why shouldn't it be called a wiggle stick? I think, to be honest, we're really not imaginative enough, and I think we should actually start a campaign. Second to last was cardioid, but you also have to adjust it again, but I'm also experimenting. Oh, okay. I'll have to have more of a play. Side view. Side view mirrors? No, that's not what they're called. Biology and RE. Oh, cool. I loved both those subjects at school. I didn't do A levels in them, but wing mirror. Yes, the wing mirror. But that's so stupid because cars don't have wings. Side view mirrors. Yeah, I like those. I like that better. Oh my god, they're side views. Shout out from Llandudno. Shwmai Llandudno. Ethiopia 03. Thank you. Side view mirror. Yeah. I think it might be called a side view mirror actually, everyone. I think we just have to abort. Although, if you want to join me in my petition to get gear sticks changed over to wiggle sticks, then I'll send you the link. Okay. That's what they're called in the US, side view. Okay, I'm back out with the dogs. Ciao, Viscaria, speak soon. I'm not going to say yours, James. Tree slow on the phone typing thing. Okay, I'm going to head off because this is nearly 40 minutes after me just having a little play with the settings. Thingamabobbers, absolutely. This is the most important word in the English language. So, yeah. Okay. Where's the cereal? Lucky Charms. Yes, I had some when I was in America as a child, and I can confirm that they are amazing. But you can buy them in Tesco now for like double the price here, can't you? Thank you very much. Night night. Oh, ow, what was that? I need to turn those things off. Okay, I'm gonna go seriously this time. Okay, ciao. No swiper, no star. Speak soon. Bye.